Oh. Oh, what happened? Napier, what the heck? Did he knock me over the head or something? What's going on here? You gonna explain yourself? Reese Crafts, I'd really hoped that it wouldn't come to this. Come to what? What are you talking about? Why are we out here at the portal? Did you build this? Why is this here? I'm sorry, but you slept through your trial. The Senate has already decided your fate. Trial for what? What did I do? What am I being accused of? What crimes have I committed? For unleashing an evil AI upon these lands, for refusing to relinquish his ill-gotten land and resources to their rightful owners. Now, you're not talking about the factory, because your village was miles away from here, okay? This had nothing to do with you. These lands weren't taken from you. And worst of all, opening not one, but two portals to other dimensions and allowing their inhabitants to spill into our world, take our lands and resources without ever lifting a finger to stop them. What was I supposed to do? First off, an AI did that. I understand you're blaming me for what he did, but listen, there's gotta be another way to settle all of this, okay? For your crimes, you've been sentenced to exile? It's Minecraft. Where are you gonna exile me to? Like, over there into the woods? The land of Twilight, of course. Now wait just a minute, Napier. Wait just a minute. Now wait just a minute. Wait.
Hello, cub. It's been a while, eh?
Napier, wait a minute! No, wait, no! Hello? Ah! Huh? Wait! Wait, no! No, I don't have anything! Wait, no! Take me back! Take me back! Oh no. After the initial shock wore off and the reality of my situation began to settle in, I did what any rational adult would do in that situation, and I resolved to stay calm, cool, and collected. We're gonna die! We're gonna die here! We're gonna be trapped here forever, and then we're gonna die, and we're never gonna get out, and then we're gonna starve to death, and freeze to death, and die of thirst, and then we're going to die! We're gonna get eaten by a monster, and live inside of his stomach, and then we're going to die! The most important thing for me in that moment was to avoid panic. Panic was not going to help me get out of that situation. I swear I am being watched by something. I have no idea what, but there's something right on the periphery of my— Ah! I had been in tight scrapes before, and this was really no different. I just needed to get a handle on the situation and play Minecraft. Just do the basics. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. As long as I could get some food and some shelter, I knew survival was going to be a lot easier. Stay back! Stay back! Right back where I started. Oh, no. Of course, knowing in my heart that things would eventually work out, that didn't make the situation any less challenging. You know, some people say that time is not a real thing and is only a construct of the human mind. And those people are idiots. That's an absolute falsehood. Time is absolutely a very real principle. It's a real thing. Alright, there's a beginning to the universe, there's an ending, everything that happens in between is time. Stars explode into supernovas, the gases condense and form new stars. We are conceived in our mother's wombs, we are born, we grow old, we die. That is time, it is real. The measurement of time, though, that is a construct of the human mind, alright? The idea of minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, all of that is entirely constructed by man to help us measure the very real phenomenon of time. and none of it is applicable to me right now because there is no days here. I have no idea how long I've been in this stump. Presumably not very long, took a little nap, woke up feeling a little bit better about our situation, but the sky looks the same because it's called the Twilight Forest because it never changes. So keeping track of time will be difficult, except for the fact that I myself am in the real world and the corner of my computer has a clock on it. But in-game, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but we're just going to carry on and hope for the best. So I am inside of a stump right now. I just kind of jumped my way in here, and I don't know, living inside of a stump may be a good idea. I have no clue. For right now, I think we do need to get a sense of our bearings, and also, I'm starting to get a little hungry, so I think we probably should focus on doing some Minecraft-y things. And, Twilight oak planks. I don't know how they differ from regular oak planks, but it looks like we can build a crafting table. Really regretting the fact that we decided to not take all of our armor with us to the party, because it felt like it would be rude, I believe, was our rationale at the time. We didn't want to be perceived as like, oh, we're coming to your party, but we fear so much for our lives that we're gonna wear armor. That would be rude. I wish we'd decided to just be rude at this point, honestly, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a wooden pickaxe, because that makes sort of the most sense in the world to me right now. We should probably go ahead and focus on getting stone, and then from there, there's a large green tower in the distance. Actually, I think we could just have a look at the map, and we can get an idea of what's going on in the world, or at least the square directly surrounding us. So we've got a couple of mazes. I don't really know enough about this mod to know what that means, like what the significance of that is. Oh? What the heck? What is going on here? Comment down below. Please help me. Please, I am begging you. I've got no clue what I've gotten myself into. What I do know is that I need to collect a lot of stuff. We're playing Minecraft, folks. That's what's happened. We're 100 episodes into a Tekkit series, and we're just playing vanilla Minecraft, essentially. We gotta get our handling on the basics right now, okay? I need enough stone to build a furnace, and then a pickaxe, and then a regular axe, and then a shovel, and then also a sword, because we're going to get hungry pretty soon. Everything that we've sort of taken for granted now has been taken away from us. We can no longer just spawn items in infinitely using EMC, the currency of existence. I miss it. I wish I still had it, but we don't. Well, actually, you know what? No, you know what? We're still in the Tekkit mod pack. We still have all of our Tekkit items up here we were going to build. Not that I think we're going to be building a resource fisher or a uranium enricher anytime soon. We're not in the worst possible situation, okay? I'm sure all we have to do is throw a diamond into a pond. That'll create a new portal. And then from there, we can just go back home. I don't know why Raymond Card is there. I don't know what his plan is. And I don't really know how we're going to stop him, because, again, we left all of our armor, we left all of our weapons, we left everything at my house, which he's probably in now that I think about it. Presumably it's been seized by the government, okay? And they've taken possession of my property, all of my weapons, all of my armor. So actually I have no idea what we're going to do when we get back to the overworld. Is it still being guarded by iron golems? Probably not the best idea to just hop through the portal then, if it's still surrounded by iron golems. I actually have no idea what we're gonna do. I have no clue. It had not occurred to me the situation that we were... I mean, yes, stranded, sure. Yeah, I'm aware that we're stranded. That part is undeniable. We're obviously stranded. But the bit where, even if we get out of here, then what? Right? Like, that's concerning. Then what? How am I supposed to reclaim my home? And reclaim my... I don't know. I shouldn't even be planning that right now. I'm doing that thing where I get way too many steps ahead of where I am right now. And where I am right now is I've got to build the basics. I've got to get all of the basics together, and then we can go from there. I'll tell you what. Let's not worry about it right now. I mean, by all means, if you have any ideas, you know, please feel free to comment down below and let me know what those ideas are. I'm welcoming to them. But as of right now, let's focus on getting a... Okay, we need like a list is what we need. I need to make some signs. That's the only way I know how to handle this situation. We need to make some signs, and we need to chart out what our multi-step plan is to get things back up and running around here. But first things first, we gotta eat, okay? And we're surrounded by things that could be food, including these guys. What's up, man? Are you edible? What are you? The silence of the forest. Oh, I get it. Is that like the silence of the lambs? But they're not lambs. Is it a pun? We need to leave at least 2, I guess, for breeding stock. The deer, on the other hand, though, I don't think you can run deer extinct. Heavens, I think you can just hunt them indefinitely. I'm pretty sure they'll bounce back just fine. Come here, you. We're gonna wipe out your kind. Oh my gosh, they drop leather too. Deer really are the cows of the Twilight Forest, aren't they? Sorry, sheep, I honestly did not mean to get you involved in this, but since the process has already started, I might as well see it through. What are you? Are you edible? Are you tasty? Do you taste good? What have I gotten from you? A rabbit? Are you a wabbit rabbit? Look, we're gonna eat anything we can get our hands on at this point, okay? I don't care what it is. If we find a cat, you know, I love cats. I have multiple cats. I've never planned on eating my cats. I still don't plan on eating my cats, but in a survival situation... what's new, pussycat? You know, whoa. That's pretty grim, isn't it? We're gonna focus on some of these smaller trees here, because the big ones look like they'd be a hassle to cut down, and the concept of just leaving them standing upright in the air like that it causes me to feel something. I don't know what to call it. Anxiety, maybe, but not like real anxiety, like a little baby anxiety. Like just a little bit of like, ooh, don't like that, don't want that to be a thing. So we'll let that cook. These should take about the same time. And when it's done, we should have a single piece of charcoal. Oh my gosh, we've got apples too. Apples are delicious, of course. Meat is far more nutrient-dense and has a lot more of what we need to survive, and apples are disgusting and chalky. This has been well established. But there's some good stuff in apples too, so we're going to eat those as well. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Three-part plan. Hold on. Let me start cooking these things up. Okay, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to take things one step at a time. That's enough for 8 of those. So we'll leave those in there, and then we'll come over here, turn this into wood, turn that into sticks, and then we're going to make a sign. This will make 3 signs. That's good. That's our 3-step plan, okay? Step 1. Step 1, survive. Okay. Step 2, fix portal. All right. Step 3, reclaim. I guess home, but also all of our stuff. We're going to focus on these one at a time. There's no reason to get all mixed up trying to do multiple things at once. Step 1, survive. We got to have some kind of shelter. We need to have food. We need to have armor. We need to have an idea of how the Twilight Forest works, because I've been here in other mod packs. Certainly I've been here before, but I've never spent an extensive amount of time. I fought like what was it called? Was it the Hydra? Jump up on the Hydra's back! Maybe it was. I've spent time here, but it's been a long time ago. It's been an awful long time ago. So I got to figure out what the Twilight Forest is about, get food and armor and stuff, okay? That's going to lead into that, because step 2 is fixing the portal. We're not going to do that until we have this finished, because step 3 is reclaim home. And if there's some good stuff, comment down below, please. If there's good armor and there's good like weapons and gear in the Twilight Forest, then we fix the portal and we use that gear to reclaim our home. This is our 3-step plan here, though. This is how we're going to get out of this situation, and this is how we're going to survive. We just got to hold together. We just got to keep it together, and above all, we need to not panic. Panic is the enemy of success. Okay, that's a saying that I have just made up. So we're going to throw some raw mutton in there, and then we're going to get these ready to go, and then I'm going to go continue to hunt deer. Because here's where I'm at right now with the deer. If they drop leather, that's gear. I'm a little concerned, because normally if you die in Minecraft, you come back, right? You respawn. We might respawn back at our house in the overworld. We might respawn here at the portal. I don't know. We might not respawn at all, because the elephant in the room, or should I say the assassin in the skull mask that we're not talking about, is the fact that Raymond Card is here. How long has Raymond Card been here, and what was his involvement in getting me ousted? I'm unsure. I have no clue. I have no idea. Theories are always welcome in the comments down below, folks. Always, always welcomed and appreciated. But genuinely, I don't know why Raymond Card is here, okay? And the issue with Raymond Card, and the issue with Ayroth, who is his boss, I guess, his financier, whatever their relationship is. The implication has always been that if I die at Ayroth's hands, either my Minecraft character is permadead, or I die in real life. And I'm not sure which of those is reality, if either of them are reality. But that's always been the concern. That's always been the fear, is that somehow he's got some way to kill me in real life. Or probably maybe not in real life. You die in the game, you die in real life. That's such a trope. My assumption has always been that it's probably my Minecraft character just gets deleted forever, right? Like, that's the big concern, is that old Brashiat Cub here, well, Reescrafts, as my character is now known, this is the same account. Some people have asked. Yes, I've had the same Minecraft account since time immemorial. It's just gone through a few different names. But yeah, he's after me. Okay? And I think if he kills my Minecraft account, I might not ever be able to play Minecraft again. Because my understanding of the whole situation... There's so much lore. I realize now that so many of you started watching this series, and this is the first time you've ever watched anything of mine. You might not have any idea who Raymond Card is, or who Ayroth is. Oh, boy. I guess we should go ahead and establish the lore now. So a long time ago, I started a Minecraft world in the then pre-release beta 1.8. It then eventually moved it to beta 1.9 as well, but that's not relevant. What you need to know is that things started getting wacky around the time we went from 1.8 to 1.9. I thought it was just a result of mixing the two, like the betas, the pre-releases, and some people don't know about beta 1.9. It was just a pre-release. It was never officially a beta. It was just a pre-release that came out right before 1.0. But I thought it was because we were crossing different versions of the game, and it was just having some weird effects on terrain generation. But then things got wacky. I met a dog named, I named him Buttercup. And he was a unique specimen. He didn't act like dogs normally do in Minecraft. He seemed to understand me when I spoke to him. He followed commands very well. We went on different adventures together. Okay, very interesting little creature there. Very, very odd. I went into a desert and passed out, which I didn't know was a thing in the game, and apparently it just isn't. That's a unique thing that happened to me, but then I had a dream about a beautiful princess who's not really seemed all that relevant to the proceedings since then, but her name pops up from time to time, and apparently she knows Ralphius Ayroth, a friend. We're going to get to that, don't worry. This is such a scattershot way of explaining all of this. I woke up from the desert, okay, and I was inside of a house in a Minecraft village, which was new back then. Those were new. Those didn't exist beforehand. And there was a quest for me, and I thought, that's odd. Maybe that's just a new thing in Minecraft, is quests. I was pretty excited to do the quest. It seemed like a fun little idea. Okay, so I went on this grand adventure to save this village from this evil wizard who was living in a tower, who had put a curse on them that had turned the world around them into a desert. I fought him on the roof. He did not put up much of a fight, which made him seem like he wasn't really all that much of a threat, which has raised a lot of questions for me since then. Questions that we may never have answered properly. But the fact remains that that guy, I don't even know his name, but he was Ayroth's brother. And Ayroth swore vengeance on me for killing his brother, and he has hunted me ever since. Now, what do I mean when I say hunted? I mean, he popped up inside of a world. I was inside of this like custom Minecraft world that was called the Shattered Lands, and that's the first time he showed up to kill me. And the only reason I escaped was I pulled the cord out of my computer, which is not recommended, but it worked. It got me out of there because I couldn't log out of the game. Something weird happens when Ayroth shows up. It just stops working, okay? Ayroth has this power to stop Minecraft from functioning the way that Minecraft should work. I don't know how he does it, and we'll get to it, because I've had some things explained to me since then that sort of answer some of the questions by my good friend Ralphius Ayroth. But again, we'll have to come back. We're going to circle back around on that, all right? I'm cooking up a rabbit. Give me a moment. There we go. And I will cook up some raw venison. Love that. Cooking up some more charcoal. Things are coming together out here. Things really are starting to shape up. We probably need to get a door. I'd like to find more twilight oak wood. I don't want to take any more out of my stump, though, is the only issue. So we might go on a little bit of a journey here to explore our surroundings and maybe pick up some pumpkins. So Ayroth he chases me out of there. He chases me into my Tekkit world, where we initiate Protocol Epsilon for the first time, which was basically like pulling the plug on a server, but virtually. And we had to do that in order to save everyone else's Minecraft accounts, because it definitely seems like if Ayroth gets you in the game, that's it for your Minecraft account, and I didn't want everyone to lose their accounts on account of me, because that was actually on a server. So we Protocol Epsilon to the whole server out of existence. It was a big tragedy. He proceeded to send a bounty hunter after me. Actually, that was before Protocol Epsilon. My memory's a little bit rough. You could go back and watch all the old series if you're that invested, or maybe we'll make a proper video detailing all of the lore. But what you need to know is I was then pursued by Raymond Card, the mercenary, the bounty hunter, whatever you want to call him, and Ayroth, or sometimes Ayroth's sister, because he has one of those. All across my multiple Minecraft series, they always show up right at the end, and they're the reason the series ends, because they destroy me. They're a nightmare, they are. I've got to say, so far, things around here have been pretty chill and safe, and I appreciate that. I hope that doesn't end anytime soon. I'm also wandering away from home right now, and when I say home, I mean the stump that we have made our home. I don't even know where it's at. What is that? What is that? Okay, we gotta figure out what that is. We need to go back. We gotta go back to the stump so I can, like, properly mark it. Because I don't want to wander away and be unable to find it. Is this even the right direction? Wait a minute, what direction to the stump? That's the river, so we can follow that backwards. So, at Ayroth's behest, Raymond Card pursues me and sometimes Ayroth's sister. Although, I should note, see, this is getting so confusing. I'm doing such a terrible job of explaining all of this. Raymond Card and Ayroth and Ayroth's sister, they don't all get along, okay? We're going to call this... No, that's admitting defeat. Base. That's what it is. We'll make it a house for now. That'll do. That'll do. As I was saying, Ayroth and his sister seem to be at odds. Ayroth wants to get me for personal reasons. Ayroth's sister, from the looks of things, wants to get me because her father, who is the leader of the Chaos Guild... I don't know. It's very convoluted. I have no idea. He views the fact that I have survived in spite of his son's best efforts to kill me as something of an embarrassment, and has sent Ayroth's sister, his daughter, to get me. And it's kind of a back and forth between who can get to me first, her or Raymond Card. Now, for the longest time, I've been more or less safe, because during one of my Tekkit series, I made friends with an individual named Ralphius Ayroth, or Wizard Ralph, who was a member of the Magical Institute studying teleportation, MIST, and eventually, because I rescued him, I got him in contact with the Guardian Order, or rather, he was kind of dragged into the Guardian Order, which the princess, who I saw in a dream once, is actually the leader of? No. She also worked for them. But then it turns out that they were supposed to be protecting me, but then they kind of just... I think they were infiltrated, maybe, or they had just been corrupted. They just weren't interested in doing the job properly. I think the issue was that they didn't condone a course of action that would lead them to war, and they refused to accept that war was already at their doorstep with Ayroth's father's guild. So they were kind of weak sauce, those guys. So the princess, along with Ralphius Ayroth, splintered off and formed the Remnant. And since then, the Remnant has been running security for me. You never really see them, but they're out there. They're keeping an eye on things. They're making sure that Raymond Card can't find me, and if he does, they make sure he can't get to me. And if he does, they get me out of there, and they have their own sort of protocol Epsilon they run on the world. Again, it's all very convoluted. So I guess to kind of summarize all of this, like, nonsense... Wait a minute, what have we here? What have we here? Could this be, like, a village of some kind? We obviously have whatever... This is a well. Oh, well. Wait a minute. What is that over there? What is that? Oh, have we come up on one of these mazes? Alright. Hold on just a second. This is lovely, whatever this is. And also whatever that is. Is that some kind of a structure? What are these flowers? Mush gloom? Do they glow? Or is that my imagination? They certainly look like they're glowing. Hold on a minute. What can you do with these? Let's like, put them over here. Okay, maybe that was just my imagination. They definitely don't appear to glow. Okay, that's fine. I know that the bugs do. I definitely do know that the bugs do, which is good and fun. We're going to cut down all of these and bring them home with us. I don't know what to do with pumpkins, but we're bringing them home with us. I want to investigate this house. And then I guess also I should summarize. Yeah, I killed Ayroth's brother. Ayroth hates me as a result of that action. He sent a mercenary to kill me who couldn't get the job done. His sister's now also hunting me. Chaos Guild. Bad guys. Oh, hey, fellas. Oh, good, they're fighting each other. That's good. Are they magical? Maybe we can destroy that spawner. Hold on. I mean, I don't know if I want to destroy the spawner. Let's see. Where is it? Hi. Okay, so there's the spawner right there. If I increase the light level enough, will that put it... Should I just break the spawner? We'll find others. It's fine. We don't need that one in particular. What the heck? Was that some sort of magical attack? Come and get me, fellas. Hello. You know what we could have done? You know what would have been so much smarter? If we'd put a light on it, we could have reconfigured that to make like a, just like a basic monster harvesting sort of facility. Where I could stand here and do this. I do feel like I've accomplished something, though. I do definitely feel like I've accomplished something. I mean, they didn't drop anything of use to me. Really? It doesn't look like I got any kind of magical gear out of them. Although there is an oak chest here. That is hopefully not rigged in some sort of way with an explosive, because that would be just absolutely devastating. Cooked fish sounds lovely, thank you. We'll leave behind maybe these saplings. We can come back from them, but we're in literally... It's called the Twilight Forest, so I don't really feel like we need to worry about trees right now. No, I'm not taking the door. I'll make my own door. I guess we better head back and deposit some of this stuff. The whole reason we went on this adventure was to find more of that specific wood type, and we didn't manage it. So I befriended someone named we're still doing the recap. We're doing the condensed recap. I befriended Ralphius Ayroth during my Tekkit main days, and he and I escaped from, I think it was Ayroth's sister, via Protocol Epsilon, which we ran in-game for the first time. That was fun. Did you hear monsters? I heard monsters. Hello? It sounded like a zombie. It sounded like an undead. You know, okay. Sword out when in doubt. When in doubt, sword out. Well, we are starving to death, too. That's exaggeration. We weren't about to die or anything, but it wasn't looking too good. So cap off with an apple. Or maybe more than one. Ralphius Ayroth left the Mist Wizards, he joined the Guardian Order, and he kind of became the person who was my contact within the Guardian Order until they had been corrupted or elsewise became lazy and incompetent. He splintered off with the princess. They formed the Remnant. They've been keeping an eye on me ever since. Things have been fine until now. So that raises a lot of questions of, one, how did Raymond Card find me? Okay, how did he get to me? Why was I not warned earlier? Because I'm normally, again, they're usually on top of these sorts of things, okay? I normally get warnings about this sort of thing when there is a concern that Raymond Card might be about to find me, or that he's about to infiltrate the world or something like that. And actually, you know what? For the better part of a decade now, he's not really been much of a threat. He's just not been around at all. Raymond Card, surprisingly. He's been, I guess, keeping a low profile, or else he's just not been interested in finding me. In fact, one time he tracked me down to Tekkit Legends, and he blew up my base, and then he just said, yeah, I'm out, and then he didn't even try to kill me. He was just like, yep, that's what you deserve, and then he left, which is weird. So there was maybe some concern that he'd changed his tactics, that he was doing something different and weird, but now I just don't know what to think. I'm very much in a world of confusion. That doesn't match the Stump at all. It doesn't even have the same texture as the Stump. It's got like an old texture. Why is the texture outdated? Is this from a different mod? It's the Twilight Forest. What's going on around here? You know what we do desperately need right now is we need a place to store things. I'm going to create one big birch chest right here. There we go. And we're going to dump all of this in there. All of this except for these. We'll hold on to those. And also, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves... Oh, come back here. That's food. We need that. We need that to survive. We're going to make a chest. Lovely. That'll get me something. Okay. Keep that going, please. Keep that cooking up. And then keep these cooking up as well. Okay, with all of that sorted, we're going to go for one more quick jaunt about. All right, I am curious in investigating that maze, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I think I've given you all the information I can, probably in the worst possible and most impossible way to follow. But yeah, we probably need to... If I can get in touch with Ralphius Ayroth, he actually knows a lot more, because he is from the world that they're in. The way that he's always described it is that they aren't Minecraft characters. They live in a separate reality to ours, and somehow I am able to interact with it and engage with it through Minecraft. Now, whether or not that's what everyone does, like when you log into a Minecraft world, is it actually generating a new world, or is it connecting your in-game avatar to another dimension to not crack some sort of trans-dimensional travel that we didn't know about? And rather than adding features to the game, is it just about refining it to better reflect the reality of that world? Because you ask Ralphius Ayroth, he'll tell you he's not made of blocks, and nothing in the world is either. Apparently our avatars are just like real people cast into these other dimensions. But he knows a lot more about the whole thing than I do, as well as the histories. And the histories are deep. I've made series that are sort of fictionalized, dramatized versions of the histories, giving names to characters that are really just myth and legend, and we don't know their names, like John Cubbington, the great explorer, existed. His name is probably not John Cubbington, but the events of Stranded are rumored to have actually happened in this other dimension's ancient past, as well as, you know, his grandchildren, you know, Blightfall, and the Unstable, FTB Unstable series, all that's based around these sort of ancient myths and traditions about how the world got its start and how the Chaos Guild formed. He knows a lot more about that, though, than I do, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. That needs to be on our list of things to do, actually. We need to create a fourth item that's just sort of maybe over all of them. You know, just when it's convenient to me, try to make contact with Ralphius Ayroth and figure out what's going on. I hope he's okay. I hope something bad didn't happen. That would explain why I've not been in contact with any of them, and why they've not sent someone to rescue me. Where is Buttercup when you need him? Buttercup's a great pup. Comes in when you need him, he rescues you. What is this place?